Hey, squad. Just wanted to say that it was really good to see your faces and hear your voices last night. And I know it wasn't the big banquet at the Howard. It was a little virtual banquet, which was basically just me talking and playing videos. But man, it brought some closure, and we got to celebrate some things and talk about some things. So that was pretty cool. And you're amazing individuals who have worked your tails off. And accomplish some really great things, and you deserve the best, and I apologize that we couldn't give that to you, but it was out of our control, and so we did our best. We hope you had some fun, and the videos, man, the coaches had a blast. If you could see the text messages that were going back and forth between the different coaches and me about what they were doing, man, hilarious. They had a really good time. They were really supportive of what we were doing, of what you do, ultimately supportive of you. And that's so rare, man. There's not a lot of schools where every single program, administrator, support staff would just drop what they're doing and record videos for you. And they were really excited to do it. It wasn't like they were doing it as a chore. They were pretty fired up. And so that's just, let's just take a moment of gratitude to just acknowledge that. And we're a part of something pretty special at UW Oshkosh. And man, just I'm grateful. And so the main reason, however, isn't about the banquet. That is now in the past. It's about what's in the future, which is our spring season. We got approved. I got the email from Vicky a few moments ago. We're off and running with athletic-related activities, virtual. And I won't get into all the details about what that means, but I do want to talk about like 3 maybe principles that we're going to follow to make this as beneficial as we can for the spring. 1, discipline and scheduling. I know we're home. We got dogs, we got a room that we got to share with our brother, we got this and we got that, and maybe it's hard to kind of keep it all together, but we feel like it's really important to just schedule a time, and that's when we're going to meet on this day every single week as a team, as a staff, whatever it might be, small groups. And so number 1 is just we're going to schedule everything. We're going to be disciplined in sticking to that schedule. If you got issues, you can always just talk to me and we'll figure it out. We can move things around if need be, but we're going to have it on the calendar just as we would if we were all on campus. All right, so 1, scheduling is going to be important. 2, accountability, right? What good is it on a calendar if we're not checking in, if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing? And so accountability to check in the virtual meetings when we have them, that's a really big deal. But then also just to do what you got to do outside of that space, just like you would do homework, right? For one of your classes, you're going to have to do some things for volleyball. That's just the way it's going to be this spring. Maybe not ideal, but if we can't be in the gym, we're going to get better, and this is one of the ways that we can do it. And so we're going to hold you accountable. You've got to hold each other accountable. You've got to hold us accountable. This is one big happy fam, and we're all in it together. And so that's not just coach down. That is everybody working together to make sure we're all doing what we need to be doing. And so poke those that need to get poked, and celebrate those that are doing what they are supposed to be doing. And so accountability is number 2. 3 is connectivity. We got to stay connected. And so sometimes that'll be like this, me sending you a quick video. Sometimes that'll be last night when it was more like a presentation or like a lecture where it's a coach on and everybody's muted, and we're going through the meeting like that with little check-ins. Sometimes it'll be a smaller group virtual meeting there on Microsoft Teams, and maybe it'll just be a phone call. Who knows what it might be, but staying connected is huge. I just interject here. As at the end, it was so great to see everybody individually talk. Like that was maybe one of my highlights, was to just see everybody as you were talking about what you were doing and what was positive. And with that, though, however, was this sort of it was almost like Groundhog's Day. Like we were just repeating. Everybody has the same experience, right? Which is pretty rare. The fact that we're all in this together. Other than like Vera, who's living at all these different mansions, but whatever. But for most of us, we're at our house, at one little house, and we're just doing the same thing almost every single day. And that can really like drain you, it's like exhausting to just be in a rut or like a rhythm like that when it's forced. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but it's the situation that we're in. And I just want to see some spark, like I want us to get jacked. I want us to get excited about doing what we're doing, and excited to see each other, excited to check in with our coaching staff, excited to hold each other accountable and check in with our teammates and stay connected with those. I think that's what's so special about being a part of the team, is that you are connected. You were usually in that same space doing everything together, and now we're separated. And so we want to recreate that or get that back as much as we can, and so we can get a little spark and get excited about volleyball and get excited about summer and fall. And I think it's really kind of neat. When you're in school, you're in school, but when you're doing volleyball stuff, we're doing stuff obviously to make us better now, but it's to propel us and make us as good as we can be in the future. And so I think when we're doing stuff together, I think it's like also a little light at the end of the tunnel. We're thinking about the things that are ahead of us, and that should be exciting. So really staying connected is big. Let's get a spark back. Let's get jacked about doing something volleyball related, because I really thought we weren't going to have this opportunity. I thought that we were going to have to shut it down, and so I'm fired up. Your coaches are fired up. We stayed on the meeting longer after you guys all dropped off and chatted for probably, I don't know, it was like another hour about some of the details, and we're excited. We think there's a ton of benefit. We think we're going to have some fun together. We know that we're going to have some fun together, and so let's get after it. Looking forward to talking to you soon, but be ready. Monday, man, we start. We're going to be cranking things out all weekend, and Monday we're going to lay it on you, and we're off and running. Oshkosh Volleyball. Let's get after it. Miss you guys, and talk to you soon. Peace.